you, Mackenzie? Can you see you? Do you see? Say hi.
Hey.
Hello and happy Thursday. So I've got Miss Mackenzie with me. Is it you? Yeah. We're waiting to see if other people join in. Do you want to go play? Say bye.
Bye-bye.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There we go. Say bye, Carol. Say bye, Carol.
Bye-bye.
Okay, now I see somebody. You can go play, Mackenzie. All right, so that was Mackenzie. Usually it's Weston, my grandson, that gets to be in my videos, but today it is Mackenzie. So that's a little sneak peek for those of you that haven't seen her for a while. So she's busy tearing it up there. Thanks, Carol. I think she's pretty sweet too. So today, tonight, I should say, I made my card up a lot earlier and then my day didn't go as planned, but it was a full good day, so it's all good. Hi there, Tori. Let me show you my card number 3 for the month here. It is going to be a slimline card, so you can see that it is like the long version of a card compared to here. I'm going to show, like, this is my normal size so that you can kind of see the difference there. A lot of people have done a lot with the slimline, and I haven't so much, so I thought, oh, this will be kind of fun to bring this in and then show off the new slimline envelopes that we have too. Yes, Tori, I mean, people have been doing these slimline things for so long, and it's about time I kind of like jump on the bandwagon, right? So let me just get my iPad here so that if you guys have questions or anything, I can answer that and help you out with that too. And I am going to start by actually cutting the card base for you so that that can help you guys maybe with measurements and take the guesswork out of that. So let me set down my iPad and get my camera turned around here like so. There we go. All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so here it is. And now, because I have my camera horizontal, it's almost hard. Like I have to hold the camera or the card way out just to get it all in. In the camera, it doesn't seem like it's that big of a card, but now it seems huge when I'm trying to fit it in and have everybody see it all at one time there. Hi, Lois. Good to have you on here. So let me start by showing you some of the supplies and where they're at. So here we go. From the mini catalog, maybe I'm going to do it this way, kind of have things tagged. I'm using that Cloud Punch from page 19. So that's where the cute clouds are coming in. And then also, I missed it like the first 3 times when this catalog was new to me, the Slimline envelopes here. So here they are, Slimline envelopes on page 53. So they are, I'm just going to show you this quick, a 3-pack of soft succulent, smoky slate, and then the basic white. And so that's kind of the color combination of my card so that I can make different types of cards, kind of the same type of layout, but if I stick with that same color combination, I can make it happen with all of them. And then look how fun and pretty the insides are. I just love that. It's just a little addition, but just kind of fun to have those little flaps decorated for that. So you get 5 of each of these colors in the package on page 53. So a lot of times, like, we can make the card base dimensions and make that work, but now to have pretty envelopes versus like the business size envelopes is pretty fun to be able to do that. Hi there, Amy. And then let's see here. Okay, driving by is free with Celebration. I haven't used anything for a couple days that I think is free from Celebration, so that's good. And then the paper. So when I punch out the clouds, that's going to be the Sunshine and Rainbows paper. So that's where that's coming from. So I've used this before. Today I'm using this van, and then the driving by just to say hi, that's Sentiment. And then from my Rainbow of Happiness, all I'm using from here, and you guys will laugh, like, really, that's it? But it works. These little stripes to make like a road dash, and then some little hearts too. That's it. Hi there, Deb. And then Celebrating You. I'm bringing this out of the mini catalog too. I didn't look up that page number for you guys, but I really like this one. It's got some great spring sentiments: Easter, Father's Day, Mother's Day, happily ever after. Just a lot of really good things there again. For those of you like me that are always looking for a happy anniversary, this is it. So I really, really like the celebrating you, just because there's so many different sentiments in there too. So that's what I'm using, and I'm only using this for the inside, but I just still love it. So I wanted to show you guys that. Okay, so how I'm going to start with my Slimline card here. I'm actually going to show you, a couple options. So because there's these 3 color combinations here, I did the sample card for you guys in soft succulent, but tonight, oh, I forgot to grab the full sheet. It's right in front of me here, so I can do that. To start with, here's some smoky slate. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to show you how I cut and score that. So the measurement that you're going to want to work with is 8.5 by 7.5. So if you have the nice trimmer, then this is where it's really nice to be able to. I'm wondering if I should even go up a notch so you can see my workstation a little bit better. So I'm going to just extend that cutting arm, which is a great feature for this. So 8.5 is obviously already there. So I'm going to go to 7.5, and excuse my left-handedness when I cut, but that's just the way I was born. I can't train myself to think differently. So I'm going to cut that at the 7.5 here, and then this just gets set aside. And now this 7.5 I'm going to half, and that's going to be scored at 3.75. So I'm just going to get that scoring blade and do the 3.75, and then that's going to be the half, and then that's going to fit in the Slimline envelopes there. So that's just kind of getting that started there. So I'll get out my bone folder and give that a good crease. And so if you see here that I've put the smoky slate and the basic white directly on the soft succulent there, I didn't want to do that with the 2 options there. So I'm adding an extra piece of soft succulent underneath these 2, just so that like this, it would blend in, but this is going to pop. So that's kind of what I'm doing to make a difference there. Hi, Diane. Hi, Jennifer. And then I think I'm going to start with stamping. And maybe with that, just so it doesn't seem so far away, I might bring my camera just a tad closer again. Not too close. There's always that like happy medium. So with this piece of basic white, I cut this 1 3/4 inches by 3.75, and 3.75 is now the width of the Slimline. Hi there, Beth. And I'll open up my Memento black ink pad here, and then ink up the cute little van, and kind of try and get that van as close to the bottom of the basic white as I can, like that. And then I'm going to just take a couple stamps from the soft succulent ink pad, and that's going to give me from the rainbow stamp set here. I'm going to ink that up, make sure that my hearts are facing the right way. I'm just going to kind of stamp that and stamp that out kind of behind the van, like so. And then I have those tiny little marks from the rainbow set as well, those little stripes there. Oh, and Mackenzie, hello. So that I'm going to ink up with my smoky slate, and what I'm going to do for that is just kind of stamp at the top, and then at the bottom, and then at the top again, to just kind of make it almost look like some kind of pavement is happening there. Hi there, Joy. So we got that, and now it's time to color. And for those of you that like to kind of see how that always happens, then I want to make sure that my camera angle's a little bit closer there to capture how that works. And so I'm going to be using my blends. I think I'm going to start with my soft succulent. And so for this, I'm just going to use the light soft succulent. There's not a lot of soft succulent being used, so to me it's not worth trying to do light and dark. So I'm just going to color in just this little bit of trim. I always like to tell the story that like some of you have said, I don't know if I'd use this particular stamp, but I have a wonderful sister-in-law. Her and her husband kind of tricked out one of these, and they take it camping and adventuring and hiking, and so it's perfect for them. So it's just kind of fun to have something that I can use for them. And sometimes just, even if somebody doesn't have this vehicle, just the cuteness factor sometimes plays in and just makes it kind of fun to work with too. So I'm just gonna do that, and I think that's it for the soft succulent there. And then next I'm going to pull in some smoky slate, and then I'm going to start with the light smoky slate here, and just gonna kind of go over the top of the van here. I think this would be kind of fun to be able to like color it like the Mystery Machine. I was a huge fan of Scooby-Doo growing up, so I think that could be really fun to get that to look like the Mystery Machine. And since I'm using the light, I'm just going to kind of give that a scribble, because I'm going to go back and kind of outline the dark too. And then the centers of the tires here are going to get the light smoky slate and a little bit of a bumper and the muffler here. So, oops, and then this little piece there too. So that's kind of fun. So far this is what we have, and you can see I've just kind of scribbled a lot of that light smoky slate. Now I'm going to go back with the dark smoky slate. Hi there, Marie. I'm just going to kind of edge across the top with the dark, and that's just going to kind of outline and give it some base there. And I'm going to do that same thing here with the dark smoky slate. And I know Carol joined in, but this is where she's like, yep, you just color away, Belle. That's too much for me. But I like to also show, like, it's just basically outlining these kind of rectangles, highlighting wherever there's a black line, and then the coloring actually really comes together pretty quick. And you can see just how adding some of that dark line across the top in there really pulls things together quickly. And so, oh, Kim loves Scooby-Doo too, and Carol says, yep, I'm out with the coloring. Now this is the basic black, and I'm going to start with the light basic black. Here we go. Yeah, Scooby-Doo was fun. I think it was just like, I've always loved like mystery books and different things. I still love a good mystery. I love to read. So I think that just kind of fueled my passion for the whodunit, and I kind of just have never outgrown that maybe. So kind of thing, kind of a fun thing. And just gonna circle that. And like I said, this is the light of the black markers, but they still both look pretty black, so there's not a lot of different, excuse me, I had to try and get that cover off. There's not a lot of difference between the dark and the light black, but I'm just going to kind of circle that extra rim there on the tire like so. And that guy's almost done, that van, but this is where I think there's like just the cool factor of, okay, so this looks great. It's like you don't want to do a ton with the windows there, but you kind of feel like, okay, we need to do something for the windows. And so like think of that image, because this is going to be the before, and then how fun by adding just, again, I used this a little while ago, the light pool party, and it is such a great kind of coordinating color for soft succulent, so it doesn't take away from the soft succulent, but the light pool party just kind of adds a nice little shade here for that. So adding that to the windows and then underneath there just really grounds it and makes the whole little mystery machine come together. I can't remember. I was like, what is the name of that thing? And it just came to me all of a sudden. So that's what I have for the coloring. So I'm just going to kind of widen my workspace a little bit here, whoops, while I piece together the card. Okay, so next what I'm going to do then is take, like I said, this little piece of the soft succulent, and this is cut, oh, let's see, this is 1 3/4 and this is 1, so it's 2 3/4. So this is 3 inches. There we go. I had to think of my math. 3 inches by 3.75 there. Hello, Nancy. Good to have you on here. So I'm just going to kind of put that across, and then I can add that little road piece here that has the little stripes on that. And so I'm just going to kind of put that just above. I must have cut this the wrong size because that's not all the way across. So hopefully, okay, that is. So let me maybe get another piece out. I do have, let me think here. Here's another piece. I was like, I just need to cut it the right size though, 3.75. Bear with me. Good thing I have like all of my cardstock at my fingertips. So I'm going to set that aside because that's wrong. And I'm just going to quick restamp the little kind of tread marks or road marks there on there. So here we have it again. And now I know it'll fit because it's 3.75. Okay. So I've got that, and so I'm just going to kind of eye it up 1/4 inch and add that like so. Make that go on there, and then this little van is ready to add on next. And it's just going to give us a little glimpse of that soft succulent up above there too. And so like I said, since my sample card was the soft succulent base and I needed something like a little soft succulent to kind of pop away from the smoky slate, so it wasn't smoky slate on top of smoky slate. So now I can start building on that area, and that's going to be really easy. So you know that free fun paper, is it fun because it's cute paper, or is it fun paper because it's free? So last week or a couple weeks ago, I used this fun bright stripe for the otter card, and the back side has those fun little hearts there. So I'm just going to take my cloud punch here and punch a cloud out of the hearts like so there. And then let's get, I guess this I can just go like this, because the hearts, you kind of have to make sure that when you punch those that they're not being punched upside down, and you don't want your cloud to be upside down. I guess that wouldn't be the worst, but yeah, I feel like there is still a right side to that. But this is just stripes, and it kind of actually matches the same type of stripes that I put on my road. So now I've got 3 clouds to work with here from the Sunshine and Rainbows pretty paper. And then the last thing that I want to do to add a little extra pop is to do the driving by just to say hi, and I'm going to do a quick stamp of that on some basic black cardstock here, and this is like a 3/4 inch strip. So I'm just gonna ink that up with Versamark, and you can't see that it's on there until I magically add the embossing powder. And it's just a sticky pad. The Versamark's just sticky, so it'll give you some time to take off the cover here and get the ink, or the powder, excuse me, to stick to the ink like that. And then let me grab my heat tool here, turn that on. And every time I use this, like I think of in-home parties, I would always get asked, like, is that a blow dryer? Can you use a blow dryer? And I haven't really covered that in a little bit, but a blow dryer doesn't give you enough heat, and you wouldn't want a blow dryer to give you that much heat on your head. But you can kind of see as it starts to heat up that it kind of turns from a little crystal-y look to a nice bright shiny white, and it's popped up there. Oops, let me, whoa. I tried to get my hands in there to get it closer, and I ended up knocking it with the heat gun. There we go. So we've got that driving by just to say hi. Just gonna trim that quick, and then there we go, driving by just to say hi. Hi there, Shelly. Thanks for joining in. Okay, so now it's just basically assembling those little pieces on there, and that I want to be popped up, all of these things. So I'm just gonna put a couple dimensionals kind of behind everything for an easy assembly. So I'm just gonna flip it all over, and that's where I always look at all the fun stripes and big chunks of colors on here and think, oh, that's so fun on that side too. I'm really a stripe girl. I love my polka dots too. So to see some of these colors together, that could be fun. They could be kind of fun clouds there. Hello, Amy. Good to have you on here. So because there are two, one of them stuck to my finger, and I'm actually going to just leave it there because I want to use it first. So there's two of these, and then I'm just going to kind of vary that with the one that's the heart. So I'm going to put this one on first, and then this one on second. Oh, yep, just making sure that my papers are off. And then this, I want to make sure that before I stick this and the next cloud on, I just want to make sure that there's enough room on there before I do that. So I think there's going to be enough to just kind of scoot that and that like so. So how fun is that? I think that the black really pops with the tires on there. And then I just, like I said, I've always loved this combination of like the pool party or the mint macaron with the smoky slate and such, and then just to have that black in there really pops. And so for my accessory too, just to add a little something more, I want to get out those polished dots, and they come in very vanilla and the petal pink, but I've used these almost anytime I want something that's basically clear. So I wouldn't really call these like too creamy vanilla-ish. You can tell that they've got maybe a little bit of cloudiness to them, but nothing that's like really, really colorful in a dark, way that way. So I'm just going to grab, what's nice is they've got some larger and then some smaller in both of those colors. So I'm going to grab the larger ones here and kind of fill in this bigger area by adding a couple there. And then with the small, I'm going to add that in the two kind of smaller areas there, just to kind of fill in that space. Like I said, today I'm really feeling like I'm having to back up my card a little bit just because it's the Slimline and it's so much taller. And then for the inside, that's where I'm going to pull out that one sentiment from Celebrating You, and that's just the happy birthday. And that I want to ink up in the smoky slate just to kind of give it a different look up there towards the top. So you'll have lots of room to write if you like to write a lot in your birthday cards. And then let me pull out a piece of scratch paper here from my drawer. Because what I think is always kind of a cute thing, especially when there's any type of stamp that has motion or, something like a vehicle. So I'm going to take this van here and just ink up. I only need like half of it inked up. And I'm just going to kind of have that kind of being stamped off. So we have that leaving the card. And I think it'd be kind of fun to take those same hearts and just kind of add a couple of those stamps too, because that will kind of make it match like it did at the beginning or the front side, of the card, like I did there. So I'm not going to color that in. Some of you would be like, oh, I'd totally color that in. Go for it. But I always think like, okay, the inside, I'm just going to kind of leave that. Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining in. So let me just finish by tacking this down. And yeah, I really want to say this is my first Slimline card. I know that people have been making the Slimline size for quite a while, but I think it took Stampin' Up! To come out with, like I said, these cute envelopes to make me want to make the card to go with it, so that I feel like I would have a great card to put in the envelope. And then hopefully I helped you with the measurements, and I want to bring over both of the cards again, so you can see this one doesn't have that extra piece behind there, but I just added some just so that it would pop a little bit. Now I'm thinking, I hope that I can get a good camera picture or still shot of this too. But yeah, it's just amazing how, especially the clouds being They are the exact same paper. How different that they look on one card versus the other, with the soft succulent backing it and the smoky slate backing it. Thanks, Kim. So that is card number 3, guys. Oops, let me get my camera. I always feel like it's a little bit harder to telescope back up once I've had it close down for coloring and such. So yeah, if you want a sneak peek of my cute little granddaughter, she was in the beginning. So if you missed that, Mackenzie was on in the beginning. So Pam, you might want to catch a picture of Mackenzie. Thank you, Francis. Yeah, just something different, especially those that have been creating cards for quite a while. Sometimes it's just different. Like I know a lot of you, like Lois and Deb, love your fun fold cards, and that's always kind of nice. So just to do a slimline for something different, and just knowing that you're just, it's 8.5 by 7.5, and then you score the 7.5 in the middle. It's not like you're really taking away too much of that card, because you're getting to save a nice big chunk off of that, and so it's not a lot of waste, so that's always kind of fun too. So that was card number 3. So tomorrow afternoon, I think I said afternoon for today too, but that didn't happen. But tomorrow afternoon I will be in the afternoon back with card number 4 for my set of 10 for the month of February. And how you can get my set of 10 is if you place a minimum $75 order using this month's host code, then you get the set of 10 cards for free. If you're just interested in the cards and don't need to place an order, or have already ordered towards other parties or whatever, you can just contact me and let me know that you would like the set of 10 cards, and I will get those out to you too. Thanks so much. And Pam is just joining in. The other Pam, there's 2 Pams on here. I colored tonight, so you might want to go back and watch the coloring lesson, because I know you love that. So take care. See you guys tomorrow afternoon. Bye-bye.